Welcome back to Dinar Community Channel. The global financial community has been anticipating this moment for decades, and now it has finally happened. The Iraqi dinar is officially live on the international Forex trading platform, with global trading confirmed and accessible. This monumental development signals not only the entry of Iraq's currency into the global marketplace but also the end of years of speculation, waiting, and preparation by investors, financial institutions, and governments. The confirmation that the IQD is active on Forex fundamentally transforms the nature of Iraq's economy and has ripple effects across global trade and finance. For years, the Iraqi dinar has existed in a state of speculation, with its value constrained, monitored, and debated by international observers and private investors alike. The idea that one day it would return to international platforms at a competitive exchange rate has been the driving narrative of countless analyses, predictions, and policy discussions. This confirmation validates the expectations of many who have long believed in the potential of Iraq's re-emergence as a financial power in the Middle East and globally. Now that the IQD is visible and tradable on Forex screens worldwide, the conversation shifts from hypothetical speculation to tangible financial strategy. The very appearance of the Iraqi dinar alongside the world's most traded currencies is a landmark event. Forex, the largest and most liquid financial market in the world, operates as the beating heart of global commerce, moving trillions of dollars daily across borders and markets. For Iraq to be integrated into this system means recognition not only of its economic rebuilding but also of its stability and future potential. Countries, banks, corporations, and individuals can now freely trade the dinar in real time, removing the opacity that previously clouded its value and legitimacy. This shift is more than symbolic. It's structural, embedding Iraq directly into the world's financial circulatory system. The historical context of the Iraqi dinar adds weight to this breakthrough. Once among the most respected currencies in the region during Iraq's earlier decades of oil-powered prosperity, the dinar suffered heavily from sanctions, conflict, and international isolation. Decades of devaluation relegated it to the margins, where it became more of a speculative curiosity than a functional global currency. Investors who accumulated dinar during its lowest points often framed it as a long hold, waiting for the day when Iraq would stabilize and re-establish its rightful place in the global economy. That day has now arrived, and with it comes a dramatic revaluation of Iraq's global role. The confirmation of the IQD's live status on Forex was not a sudden occurrence, but rather the result of a carefully orchestrated process involving Iraq's central bank, international financial regulators, and global trading platforms. Multiple stages were required to align Iraq's banking systems with international standards, integrate digital transaction systems, and meet the compliance requirements of organizations like the International Monetary Fund and World Bank. These reforms modernized Iraq's financial infrastructure, enabling transparent and secure participation in global trade. With these hurdles cleared, the Iraqi dinar was finally given the green light for full Forex integration. Markets responded with immediate interest as trading screens lit up with the IQD's ticker alongside established global currencies like the US dollar, euro, British pound, and Japanese yen. Brokers reported a surge of inquiries, with both institutional and retail investors seeking to position themselves strategically as the dinar entered its new phase of liquidity. Analysts noted that the opening prices reflected strong support, an indicator that global markets had anticipated and prepared for this event. The speculative uncertainty that once defined discussions about the dinar is being replaced with real-time trading data, accessible to anyone participating in the Forex ecosystem. The global implications of this development cannot be overstated. Iraq holds some of the largest proven oil reserves in the world, giving its currency a resource-backed foundation that few other emerging economies can match. The reintroduction of the dinar to global markets creates an avenue for energy trade settlements, investment flows, and international partnerships that were previously blocked or limited. Nations and corporations seeking to do business with Iraq now have a transparent, tradable currency through which to transact, eliminating the need for cumbersome workarounds or dependence on third-party currencies. This builds confidence in Iraq as a serious economic partner and strengthens its geopolitical influence. The impact on the Iraqi people is equally significant. For citizens who have endured years of economic instability, the normalization of the dinar represents a turning point. The international legitimacy of their currency enhances purchasing power, fosters trust in the banking system, and encourages savings and investment. Iraqi businesses, 2. Stand to benefit as they gain access to international trade without punitive exchange barriers. Importers and exporters can now operate with greater efficiency, pricing transparency, and competitive parity in the global marketplace. The psychological impact of seeing the dinar restored on Forex platforms also contributes to a renewed sense of national pride and optimism for the future. At the same time, the confirmation of the IQD's trading status has set off waves of activity among investors worldwide. For years, the Iraqi dinar has been one of the most discussed, speculative currencies, attracting both serious investors and opportunistic promoters. Now that it is officially live on Forex, the line between speculation and reality has been crossed. Investors who held dinar in anticipation of this moment are now faced with real choices: whether to hold long-term, capitalize on short-term gains, or diversify into related opportunities. Financial advisors are already warning clients to proceed carefully, as the opening stages of any new currency on Forex can be volatile and unpredictable. Yet for many, the very existence of that choice represents validation after years of uncertainty. The banking sector has also responded swiftly. Major institutions in the United States, Europe, and Asia have confirmed their readiness to facilitate IQD transactions, offering clients direct access to trading platforms and exchange services. Some banks have launched specialized desks to handle the surge of interest, while others are updating mobile and digital banking applications to reflect the IQD's availability. Central banks are expected to monitor the situation closely, adjusting reserve strategies and foreign currency holdings in light of Iraq's newly accessible currency. The fact that established financial giants are openly acknowledging and supporting IQD trading underscores the seriousness of this development. One of the most intriguing aspects of this event is how it reshapes the narrative around global currency realignments. For years, discussions about the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar were dismissed in mainstream circles as speculation or rumor. Now, the confirmation of its global tradability provides a concrete foundation for re-examining those narratives. While it remains to be seen exactly how the IQD will perform in the coming months and years, its presence on Forex screens is undeniable proof that Iraq has rejoined the world stage. This reality cannot be ignored, even by skeptics who previously dismissed the possibility. The reaction across online communities has been electric. Forums, social media groups, and investment networks that have followed the dinar's story for years are now celebrating what they consider vindication. For many individuals, this is not just a financial event but a deeply emotional moment, marking the culmination of patience, belief, and persistence. Stories are emerging of investors who held onto their dinar through economic crises, personal challenges, and waves of doubt, only to now witness the currency's re-emergence. The sense of community and shared triumph is palpable, reinforcing the idea that this is not just a financial milestone but a collective experience. Nevertheless, experts caution that the journey is far from over. The integration of the Iraqi dinar into global markets brings opportunities but also responsibilities. Iraq's government must continue to maintain fiscal discipline, ensure transparency in financial reporting, and safeguard the integrity of its banking sector. The international community will be watching closely to see how Iraq manages its newfound access to global capital flows. Currency stability will depend on prudent management, clear communication, and ongoing reforms to strengthen the broader economy. Without these, the initial excitement could give way to volatility or setbacks. Yet with strong leadership and commitment, Iraq is well positioned to leverage this opportunity for long-term growth. The oil sector will play a pivotal role in shaping the dinar's trajectory. Iraq's vast reserves provide a natural underpinning for the currency, but converting that potential into sustained strength requires investment in infrastructure, modernization, and diversification. If Iraq can channel its oil wealth into broader economic development, building industries, supporting innovation, and fostering education, it can solidify the dinar's place as a stable and respected currency. Conversely, over-reliance on oil revenues without diversification could expose the IQD to the same vulnerabilities that challenge other resource-dependent economies. The choices Iraq makes in the coming years will determine whether this moment becomes a launchpad for enduring prosperity or a fleeting high point. Geopolitically, the confirmation of IQD trading also shifts dynamics in the Middle East and beyond. Iraq's strengthened financial standing enhances its ability to negotiate with regional powers, attract foreign investment, and assert independence in economic matters. Partnerships with neighboring countries may deepen as cross-border trade becomes more efficient. Global powers with strategic interests in Iraq, such as the United States, China, and members of the European Union, are likely to recalibrate their approaches in recognition of Iraq's new financial leverage. This transformation positions Iraq not just as a regional player but as a participant in global economic negotiations. For Forex traders, the Iraqi dinar introduces both excitement and caution. As a new entrant to the world's most competitive financial market, the IQD offers opportunities for diversification, arbitrage, and speculative trading. Early patterns suggest strong liquidity, with spreads tightening as more participants join the market. However, traders must also navigate the risks inherent in a newly internationalized currency. Price swings, policy adjustments, and unexpected announcements could drive volatility. Experienced traders understand that such conditions can create profits but also losses, making risk management essential. The IQD's journey on Forex is just beginning, and traders will be closely watching its evolution. In the broader context of global finance, Iraq's re-entry reflects a larger trend of emerging markets asserting themselves on the world stage. Countries that once operated on the margins are now demanding inclusion in the financial mainstream, bringing diversity and dynamism to global trade. The IQD's presence on Forex exemplifies this trend, showing how persistence, reform, and natural resources can restore a nation's financial standing. It also highlights the interconnectedness of modern finance, where the fortunes of one country can ripple outward to affect countless others. Iraq's story is no longer one of isolation but of integration, with consequences that will unfold in the years to come. As the dust settles on this historic announcement, one truth is clear: the Iraqi dinar is no longer a speculative idea or a private hope. It is a tradable, visible, and globally recognized currency, integrated into the world's most powerful financial system. This transformation carries weight not only for Iraq but for the countless individuals and institutions who have watched, waited, and prepared for this day. The future remains uncertain, as it always does in global finance, but the significance of this milestone cannot be diminished. The IQD is officially live on Forex, and the world will never see it the same way again. For Iraq, this is a new beginning, a chance to redefine its economic identity and restore its place among the world's financial powers. For investors, it is the culmination of years of belief and the opening of new possibilities. For the global market, it is a reminder that history is not static, that nations can rise from adversity, and that financial landscapes can be reshaped in an instant. The Iraqi dinar has returned to the world stage, and the journey ahead promises to be as compelling as the long road that brought us here. Like and subscribe for more videos.